My dear friends, I'm sure some of you know what helicopter parenting is. Basically, a helicopter parent is one who micromanages the life of his or her child. A helicopter parent oversees every aspect of the child's life, including things like who to make friends with, what career path to choose, even which company to work for, and, of course, whom to marry. So what is the opposite of a helicopter parent? Is it a fully hands-off parent who would allow his child to do whatever? No, I don't think so. Especially for younger children, parents should exercise an appropriate level of control. But ultimately, in the long term, I think the greater purpose of exercising parental control is to instill the right principles of living and good values in their children. Lacking any formal terminology, I will call this macromanagement parenting as opposed to helicopter parenting, which is akin to micromanagement. And when the child is an adult, they can tap into these instilled values to help them make good decisions and live their lives wisely. And on the part of the children, they should gradually live out these values in small decisions, in daily living, to integrate them into their lives. When the child is an adult, he or she can then make good and wise decisions based on these instilled values and principles. And I bet the parents will be happy as long as their children base the choices they make on these values that the parents have taught them. Today's gospel reading speaks of doing God's will. Jesus said, "Anyone who does the will of my Father in heaven, he is my brother and sister and mother." Many people want to do God's will, especially when they make a big decision in life, like choosing a university to attend or deciding on a career path, and of course, deciding whom to marry. So the question is, how do they discern God's will? Perhaps they should start by asking themselves the following question: have I been living out God's will, following the values of our Christian faith in my daily life? And if the answer is no, then how do they expect to discern God's will in the more specific and important decisions? In order to know God's will, one needs to have constantly live out God's will in the small things in life, following values Jesus has taught us. Values such as loving God, being generous and loving to others, and helping the needy. My dear friends, in order to discern God's will in important matters, you must first be sincere in wanting to be a good disciple of Jesus, living according to the values he has taught us.